main topic today. And our fifth main topic today is this. So we live in a world now where obviously we're dominated. Our movies are and film are and TV and television are dominated by, CGI. It's been getting more and more and more, and we know that. And there's always been this question of, is CGI ruining films? Is it ruining movies? I don't want to talk about that because that's a big, long, crazy debate that's been going on for a long time, and I think will continue to. And but what I do want to talk about is something that I want to propose is a new question in the same vein, but along some different lines, which is CGI ruining acting? And that is a bigger problem, I would think, than it is with it ruining films, because acting is such an integral part of the filmmaking experience. And I want to bring up this article that I have over here, potentially. Maybe. Let's see here. I want to bring up this article from Screen Rant, where one of the producers on the new film for Netflix, You People, starring Jonah Hill, Eddie Murphy, and directed by Kenya Barris from Blackish and stuff like that, had used CGI in the end. This is a direct quote from him. He says, "I don't even know if I should share this shit, but in the final scene, they don't even kiss. It's CGI. Swear to God, son. I'm there on set watching the wedding, and I see them go in for the kiss, and their faces stop like this far." He gestures about 6 inches. This far apart. And I'm like, I wonder how they're going to play that in the movie. Oh, they're probably just going to cut it right there or something. But in the movie, you could see their faces come close, and then you could see their faces morph into a little bit of fake faces for a fake kiss. And up here in the main part, you can see this in this picture. This is ridiculously god-awful looking. This is definitely going to ruin movies. They're definitely going to ruin acting for sure. All I want to say is this. I have so many questions, about this. But my biggest question and concern would be, why didn't they kiss? Why couldn't they kiss? In the history of Hollywood, there's never been, too many issues with people kissing and doing lots of more on film. So are we entering a generation now where we're so, woke that we're like, oh, well, we shouldn't do that because this is just acting. So let's have them CG a kiss. That is fucking ridiculous. I can't believe that. I love Jonah Hill to death. He's one of my favorite performers. I think he's probably is my favorite performer on the planet when it comes to acting and comedy and all of those things. And to think that he would even be in a film that would choose to make a decision like this is just freaking mind-blowing and mind-numbing, to be honest with you. And again, I have so many questions. Did race play some sort of role into this? Did wokeism play some sort of role into this? Did money play some sort of role into this? What caused the kiss to not happen? Did tensions play a role into this? Maybe Jonah Hill and Lauren London hated each other to death, and they couldn't stand making the movie together, and they were like, you know what, I wouldn't kiss you if someone had a gun to my head. If so, I think that's an important part of this story, right? Because all we're getting is they didn't kiss, and we see this shitty, weird, I'll bring it up again just so you see, again, this shitty, weird image of them not kissing, but, making it look like they kiss. What the hell, man? Again, so many questions. What's going on here? On the topic of, is CG ruining acting or CGI ruining acting? If it prevents an actor from acting, then yes, I would say so. And in this case, I would say a wedding scene where they get married and you may kiss the bride seems like a pretty important moment in a film where you probably would want an actual kiss that has meaning and feeling and emotion to it. And that, my friend, is what acting is. So to think again that this was even allowed and that they went with this, for me to try to rationalize in any way, I must know why. And I don't have that information. So all I can say for now is this is crazy and I don't like it. I don't like this look. But Lucas, you're an actor, man. You've actually been in movies, you've been on sets, you've been in plays, you've been in dramas, you've been in all kinds of stuff. Could you imagine, having a moment, you're Romeo and Juliet and you guys don't kiss the whole play until the end, but we CGI it, could you imagine such a situation? What are your thoughts on all this, man?
No, I cannot imagine that. That's just so weird. I mean, like, the blanket statement, is CGI ruining film or ruining acting? No, it's not. I mean, it's a tool. Are people using it to be lazy and money driven and whatever the hell it is? Yeah. But there are cases where, and I got a perfect prime one, where CGI not only like it enhances it. I mean, think of Benedict Cumberbatch as Smaug the Dragon. Go watch the behind the scenes of him crawling around on the floor.
Or Dormammu. Yeah, you did the same exact work for that.
For sure. So
slobbering, crawling.
Right.
I mean, he was wild,
crazy,
bro.
He's
awesome.
so crazy. And you can see it on the CG, and the Avatar movies are another perfect way because, like they really, I mean, especially as the technology gets better, they really can do a lot with it. The question then becomes, do we need to do it? And I think with this You People thing, which I saw that movie. Oh, wow. It was good, yeah.
It's got terrible reviews.
I know. I enjoyed it. Like, it was just a cheesy,
rom-com thing. Get it?
Right. But that being said, it's so weird. Like, and I noticed the kiss thing at the end. It felt weird. I was like, what? Whatever. But
again, why? I mean, what is your thoughts on why? What's the reasoning behind this, you think? Again, is it there's so many things that could play into factor here. I don't want to say it. I don't want to be the guy, but man, I think the wokeism combined with race could have something to do with this.
Well, they're very linked. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
and
right.
Like I consider myself a woke person. And I know you do too. Not in the way it's used, but you know what I mean.
Sure. I'm awake.
Yes, awake. Right, exactly. Now, there's a certain, I mean, we've seen it for a while now, like liberal, almost conservative movement here. And I think that, I mean, other than the one that you were saying about maybe the tensions were so high, I could understand that. And from an actor standpoint, I mean, you're a pussy of an actor.
But I need to know that in reference to this thing.
To this article.
To understand why this decision was made. Because if you said that, then I'd be like, oh, yeah, that makes sense.
For sure.
Well, I would have did it too. I'd have been like, well, just stop right there. We'll figure it out, guys. We don't want to see Jonah Hill put the whoop down on Lauren London today. Or vice versa. Whatever.
For sure. For sure. But no, I mean, if you're asking me as an actor, even if I really was not getting along with that person, I
do your job.
I respect my integrity, and I would do my job. And even if the director is being like, hey, so we're just going to CG it, obviously I would ask my scene partner to make sure it's okay, but I would be like, well, can we get a take of a real one, and then we can compare it?
And I think it's because Kenya Barris and all this, wokeism that's around this that makes me wonder if race played a role, and to wonder, and if you're wondering what I mean by that, what I mean is just this: is if the main character of this film wasn't Jonah Hill, if it was, another African American actor, would they have kissed?
Well, this movie wouldn't exist.
How the hell? Then what sense does anything? What?
Right. Well, and that's what I'm saying too, right? Like have you seen?
No,
the movie,
but I get that that's what the whole movie's point is.
That is the whole point.
So it kind of contradicts itself by not having them kiss.
Absolutely.
It's supposed to be the joining of two separate races being able to have,
for sure,
what normal anyone else has in a relationship, and yet still you give us this. So again, it's just it's an oxymoron, right?
Yeah. Well, you're just shooting yourself in the foot.
Yeah.
And it's frustrating.
It's hard to see from my boy Jonah Hill, man.
Yeah.
It really is. Really is. I mean, that's one of those ones where you almost want, him, you almost want one of those Jim Carrey moments where he just grabs her and he's just like, I'm making this work, right? But yeah, so and again, you wonder too if that whole thing of we're in a world where everyone needs their own spaces and boundaries, and it's just they're acting so they can, since we have CG, we don't need to really kiss, and that to me feels very
well,
raw.
and again, I mean, the first part about what you were saying about space and boundary, that is absolutely, I mean, that's one of the best things that's come out of, the times that we live in.
But as an actor, you're not you.
No, I know. I know. And so that what I'm getting at is that the training that I've had in it is that you respect your scene partner, you respect their personal space, but you both, are consenting in what's going to happen as the characters that you're playing.
Sure.
Right. Of course, that's, I mean, because then you get into like a James Franco situation or whatever.
I think also what it says more than anything is that they didn't take this movie serious.
Right.
They didn't care. I mean, because
if
you're a director, right?
Movie.
The fucking big kiss, the ending part. I mean, what did it hurt? Like I said, in what world could there be a reason
you had to go more out of your way
to
CGI it. You had to spend more money on it.
And you have to know as a director, like, oh man, this is going to be terrible if we CG it. Yeah. It would be way better if they actually
still made the call.
Really kiss, and they still did it.
Yeah,
so,
I do want to know the story
what's
behind
the story
this.
behind that, right? No doubt. Guys, you're hearing this. You people, fake kissing. Is CGI ruining acting? Is it ruining films? It definitely ruined this little thing right here, this moment at least.
For sure.
But definitely let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below.